Nabi Yaqub, the prophet Jacob, the father of Joseph, Benjamin. He has a small son. And very early on, while he's just a young child, it's understood he's Nabi. He's going to be a prophet. He's Nabi. And then his sons deceive him. They take him. They say, oh, then they come back. They're crying. They say, oh, the wolf ate your son. Look, there's the blood to show you. Here's the blood. He knew that they were lying. But they're his sons. He still has to have ihsan to them. But he lost his son. And then, later on, he ends up losing Benjamin also. You see, Nabi Yaqub did not just lose a son. He lost a Nabi. Someone who receives news from on high and then brings it to the people. That's what he actually lost. That's what you have to understand. When you read the Quran and you see that he, some translations it says he went blind. Some of the scholars say he developed cataracts because of how much he used to cry. You have to understand, he didn't just lose a son. He lost a Nabi. He lost, the best human being that could ever be. That's what he lost. At the hands of his children. And then he loses Benjamin after that. But listen what he tells listen to what he tells them. When he tells his sons, go back to Egypt. Try to find Yusuf, because he tells them, I sense Yusuf near. I sense. And they're like, Abby, stop. Give it up already. This is what he says. قال, he said, إنما أشكو بثي وحزني إلى الله. I only complain about my distraction and my grief to Allah. I'm not complaining to you. You don't hear me crying to you. You don't hear me, asking you to change the world about this. No, this is between me and Allah. And then he says, وَلَا تَيْأَسُوا مِنْ رَوْحِ اللَّهِ. Don't despair of the mercy of Allah. And then he says, إِنَّهُ لَا يَيْأَسُ مِنْ رَوْحِ اللَّهِ إِلَّا الْقَوْمِ الْكَافِرِينَ. The only ones who despair of the mercy of Allah, in other words, the only ones who don't have hope in Allah are people who disbelieve. And that's why I started off this talk telling you what happened in World War II. You want to know why the world became so secular so fast? They gave up belief in Allah so fast? Because they gave up hope in Allah. No. They think they're giving up hope in Allah. They gave up hope in themselves. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is closer to us than ourselves. They gave up hope in themselves. Don't give up hope in Allah. Don't despair of the mercy of Allah. The only people who do that are people who they don't have faith. They don't have faith. This is what he's telling his sons. After he lost Nabi Yusuf, he lost Benjamin, there's a famine going on. They don't have enough food and everything. And he's saying, listen, don't despair. Don't despair. The only ones who despair, after all of this loss, Nabi Yusuf grew up in Egypt. He grew up in Egypt. All of this loss, he's still saying, don't despair, don't give up hope. Does that sound familiar? That's what you see in Palestine. That's what you see. No matter what, man, the babies are being lost, this is being lost, this is being lost. Wallahi, our hearts hurt. Don't give up hope. Don't give up hope.